everyone, welcome back. I'm very sorry I haven't posted a video. I said I would do one every week, and because we were so busy finishing the NHS health bus we were building, it took priority and I had to get cracking with it, to be honest. They're actually bringing it out at a festival local to them, so we had a deadline that we had to kind of complete it by, and to be honest, we'd already exceeded the previous deadline of late spring, so apologies, I haven't done a video, but this video is a quick tour of that minibus that we're very proud of. It came out very well. We used a lot of the equipment we've got here that I've bought with the intention of kind of complementing the vans that we build. And, you know, obviously the metalworking stuff is predominantly going to be a bit of a mixed bag. It means I can make stuff for cars. It means I can make stuff for vans. It means I can build welding trolleys. I can do this, I can do that. But we have got a Creality Falcon here, which is in the previous video weeks back of the workshop tour. And that allows you to do laser engraving. So we've done some nice little touches on the health bus that just gives it a bit more of a personal feel. And the whole purpose of this health bus is that they're going to be going around to local communities giving them health advice. So you want people to get on this bus. So we've really tried our best in collaboration with Yvonne from that branch, the Waterside Health and Support branch, that, you know, we essentially create a very comfortable space. It's not meant to look like an ambulance. It is basically a place to sit down, feel comfortable, give people advice, give them leaflets and various things. And then there's also a separate area in the back where they can do a private blood pressure test and other various, not something you would go to a hospital for, but things you still need to have curtained off at the back, and, you know, be able to speak to someone privately while still perhaps having the sliding door open so people can see that you're there, but, you know, the person in the back doesn't feel like they're on show. So we had the windows tinted as well. Sorry again, I've missed a week. I'm going to try and get back on it again now. We've still got 2 vans that are underway that we're going to hopefully try and have wrapped up end of July, early August. And we also took delivery of one of our next projects, which is another library bus. So I'm going to be building a 3rd Mercedes Vario library bus. This one is going to be absolutely stonking because it's for a family of 6. They're quite a young, you know, successful couple. They go to Glastonbury very regularly. They've got a relationship with some of the organisers there and stuff, so it should be going there every year, which will be amazing. So they've got 3 young boys, which, you know, I'm sure are a handful, which means obviously if they've got something like this, they can go on more holidays without having to worry about airports and all that mucking about. And they've also got a very young newborn little girl. So yeah, they're going to be going off to God knows where in this. So we're going to be really transforming this one. How I would have loved to have done ours, to be honest, but obviously to their interior spec and then kind of working together on all the external stuff. So there should be a lot more fabrication and things going on with that one. Anyway, there's lots to come. I've had a shave, I feel fresh, the sun is out, and I'm raring to go now to get these next 2 done. Also, I'm hoping next week I'm going to be fixing the Subaru. So fingers crossed I've got a day spare. I'll just quickly show you before we cut to the NHS bus. So we've got a lovely collection of powder coated toys. This isn't all of it. This is just the stuff that's come back from the powder coats. This is main rear subframe, diff cradle subframe, hubs, new bushings, all the brackets connected to all of those things. We've got another one of these over where the car is, and then another 4 arms, so that's one of the 3, one of the 4. And then just numerous other bits and bobs, new calipers, disc pads, dust shields for the back, new bolts, everything. So it's going to look stonking. Lots going on, very busy. The weather's really good in the UK at the moment. The World Cup's on. I'm not watching it because I'm busy doing stuff. So, you know, sorry if you're a football fan, I'm not really interested, to be honest. I'd love to get paid that much running around doing something that I like. That's the dream. How they can get themselves in trouble still, even though they're getting paid that much. Anyway, I'm going to cut to the NHS minibus now. Hope you like it. So we've spent the last couple of months alongside some other conversions building this for the NHS Waterside. They received a grant from ExxonMobil, and then we've essentially created, off the back of a kind of standard minibus, we've then built something that they can take to different communities, and they can give health advice, take blood pressure, various things. I mean, all round, just kind of bring the NHS closer to people's homes is the motto we saw on their website. I'll include a render of what it looks like with the wrap. So as you can see, it's going to be quite a visually striking thing, and we had to then create something inside in collaboration with Yvonne from that branch. And I think we've succeeded. I think it's come together really nicely. She's chose a really good color scheme. We kind of led her a bit with the ceiling design, and she chose the fabric, although we were originally going to go for a much brighter orange fabric. I think actually the mustard yellow works perfectly with a Farrow & Ball Hague blue. So we've done all sorts of custom cabinetry. Originally we had kind of
plan to do a slightly more basic cabinetry setup in here. So there is a hint of IKEA, believe it or not. This used to be IKEA. We've then sort of upcycled it from new, obviously, but we've added the same softwood pine wood that we use in lots of different areas of the van, and I think it really changes it from being this generic bit of furniture that everyone's got to something a lot more interesting. We've put new knobs and handles from Ironmongery Direct on here, which is a small touch but makes a big difference. We've also added, obviously because we've added a board on the top here, we had to put new edging, so we've used RAL Signal Grey, which is near as damn it an exact match to the actual cupboard itself. So that came out really well. So we've got another one of those for her. So the overall setup of this van is essentially, you know, the door will be opened up when they arrive. People can come in and sit down and talk at the table, which is the kind of key area. They've also got space underneath for, you know, various, you know, posters and all sorts of stuff in here essentially. So she wanted access from there, but also they've got access from underneath here. So this also lifts up and you've got storage. You have to take the cushion off, obviously. And then, yeah, so this is meant to be the focal point here, essentially. And then you can then also work your way back into the sort of more private area where we've got this really nice navy blue curtain, again, that Yvonne chose to go with the Hague blue. And then that gives you this area where someone can kind of do a consultation, essentially. I'm just going to shut the back doors so you can see what it looks like. So yeah, basically this area all of a sudden becomes very private. There's a nice bench here that's about 1.1 meters wide by about 50 centimeters deep. So all manner of size and shape and age of person can comfortably sit there. Same upholstery as up the front, and they can have their blood pressure taken on the armrest. Again, we've made all sorts of little touches and personal sort of, I don't know what you want to call them really, but just added some character. So might seem a little bit silly, but we thought it was cute. So that is an armrest. So that's for them to obviously have their blood pressure taken on. And then we've got a lagan table, which is bolted to the back door. So we've got a plasma table here. So we've actually CNC plasma cut a plate that goes behind and fits within the recess of the door where the plastic would have originally been. So we've put a 6mm plate on there, which has then got the whole sentence for a lagan table. And then we've spaced it out with some more ply that we've obviously lacquered. And then the table can go up and down and still can swivel around. And then that gives whoever's in here the ability to have their little monitor, heart rate monitor, whatever they're using. I can't remember exactly what she said, but there's all sorts of medical equipment that they'll be using, not anything overly serious, as obviously the nature of this isn't to be an ambulance. And then there's a kind of a ledge which is big enough for someone of modest size to sit on, but then also there's a bit of a jump seat that we put in that Yvonne wanted, so that you can have someone have a bit more of a proper seat, but it doesn't take up loads of space. So that just folds down and then tucks away. If I can do that one-handed. We've also done another little touch there, careful of the table, just because obviously this is on the door that opens first and you've got to be a little bit wary of what order you open the door up in, as not to bash the other door or hit yourself in the face with it, or when you close it, not to have it too far over this way that it then hits the window. So we've got these really nice window frames as well. So originally this was a minibus, so you think it's got glass all the way down. We've framed everything, and then we've, you know, the only bit of the minibus that's left really is we've kept this curved bit of kind of factory fabric there, which I think is quite cool actually. It works well because we've kind of kept it and then added our own touch to everything. So all these nice window frames have got a really deep recess, so they've got proper window sills on them, and it creates all these picture windows throughout. So I'm very happy with how that's turned out. We've also kept the factory speakers that were here, and we've 3D printed these frames because the cables weren't exactly where these are now, so they've then fallen sort of central over the windows and the chest of drawers. So overall, really happy with how the space has turned out. If you want to see more of this, please check out the website, as we'll have a gallery of lots of HD photos for you to have a look at. And thank you for watching this video. Apologies, this is a late video, but you know, it's the way life goes. So, as you can see, it is a very cool thing, that minibus.
I'm very proud of it. Charlie that works here with me did a huge amount of the work as well. We had the upholstery done by a lovely guy called Sean, who's now a good friend of mine that is based in Bournemouth, that does all of our upholstery. So he did a really good job of the vinyl seating in there, and my other half does 90% of the decorating as well. So, you know, it's a huge kind of collaboration of people to make it what it is. Obviously the project was kind of led by me and Yvonne, her, you know, on the visual side of things, and then me kind of leading her design wise. But yeah, overall I'm really happy with how it's come out. I hope you liked it, and you should see it kind of running around the south of England to various areas. I think the whole kind of area is called Waterside. So if you live in that area, hopefully you'll see it whizzing around, go in and say hello, and I will see you in the video next week.